All right, quick agenda for Clay Training Part 2. This project is extracting data from Product Hunt, and you're going to learn how to use the Clay Chrome extension so you can extract data from any website. You'll learn how to create formulas with Generative AI to manipulate the data once it's in the Clay table, and you'll be able to run Google searches with their AI agent called Claygent. Hope you enjoy this one. Thanks. For part 2 of the clay training, I'm going to walk you through a project to show you how to use the clay Chrome extension and to scrape data from Product Hunt. But you could use it to scrape data from any website. And then once you have that data into Clay, I'll show you how to use their AI agent to do a Google search to find their company website. And then once you have their domain, then it's pretty easy to find people at these companies. And so for the Product Hunt example, would use this for the newsletter to go onto Product Hunt, look for companies that are trying to promote their new AI products, and identify people that would be good to reach out to see about sponsorships. So hope you enjoy this lesson. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And I'm going to switch over to the Product Hunt webpage. All right, so now we are on the Product Hunt website, and I'm going to show you how to use the Clay Chrome extension. And so if you don't already have it, you can go to the Chrome Web Store, type in Clay extension, it'll pop up. It only takes a second to download, and then you just log in with your Clay account and you can use the extension. And so I'm going to click on, I have it pinned to my browser up here, and a lot of websites it'll actually auto detect. It is already auto detecting some of this data. I'm going to show you how to do it manually just in case that you're on a website where it doesn't auto detect, but usually it does a pretty good job picking these up. So very easy to do, and you can just click add to workspace and it will add it right to your Clay table. But if we're going to do it manually, we're going to go to select data. I am going to create a new recipe, and I am going to name this top AI products. And then we're going to select. So the first thing we want to do is select the list. And so what it's going to have us do is just select 2 items from the list and to show like the pattern. And so you want to just, when you highlight, you want to just make sure you're highlighting the data that you want. So here we have the company name and the Product Hunt website. So I think that's what we want. So we're going to do that. And then we want the same thing here, company name, Product Hunt, link to the site. And now that we have that, then that just defines the list. So here we'll add, and then we're going to build out the attributes. And so what these attributes are going to be are what the columns are going to be in your Clay table. And so select which item to use. And so we want, we want the text here. We're going to say company name, add attribute, and then we want the description, add attribute, and maybe we want categories. And we're going to add attribute. And these are going to be top, products, product, hunt. And we are going to save changes. And so we have with the categories, we have the company name, we have the description, and let me just edit this name here. So we'll just call this top products. And now we will add this to our workspace here. So we're going to click add to workspace. And now I'm going to hop back over to Clay, and it's going to automatically add the data from here into the Clay table. So I'm going to jump over there now. All right, so this is what pulled through from the Clay Chrome extension. And so I think a couple a couple things to note is that these categories, it looks like, maybe we would want to separate those out. Also, the company name has these numbers in here. And so I'm going to walk you through how to clean this up a little bit using Clay formulas, which are just a really powerful tool. Doesn't cost you any credits to use, even though sometimes it feels like it should. And so first, we're going to get rid of these numbers from the company name. And so I am going to go to add column, use formula, and similar to how we used, and if you watch the first tutorial, how we used the AI to generate prompts for the AI agent when we were building that, we can do that the same way with the formulas. So we can use natural language to help us create the prompt to get the data that we want. And so what we want here is to remove the numbers and period from the company. And then you do / and then company name. So you can see that. And then it's going to generate a formula and look at the potential output. So pretty easy to do. And if you're using Excel a lot, there's definitely ways to do this, but it probably would take you a little bit longer to do. This makes it super easy and lets you know the output. So we clean that up. And then here we have kind of this interesting character that's coming in between here. And so let's try using their formula here and say, not even sure really what this character is, but we're going to use it. I go to formula, separate out text columns using this as the delimiter in categories. And we're going to generate formula. Okay, so this actually isn't exactly what we want, but I think if we have it in this category, it actually, or if it looks like this, I think it'll be a little easier to just use going forward. So I'm going to add, and I'm going to say remove all special characters except the comma to separate them out. And we're going to say remove the quotes and parentheses. I don't think let's see. Maybe it doesn't like that I didn't use the right spelling here. So you know what? Actually, this is a great example of if it's not showing you the output that you want, you can go output is wrong, and then you just do expected output. We want productivity, and then it'll actually create the prompt. And so this is great. So what we're going to do is output corrects is the first one, and then to separate them out, what we're going to do is another formula. Let's just say this category 1. And now we're going to do another formula, and I want to try to get the second one. And so in this case, we're going to do formula, and then get the second listed category from categories. We're going to keep it super simple here and see if this helps us. Now, using the delimiter. Yep, there we go. And so now we're going to do output is correct. And we could do the third one, but mostly I just want to make sure that you guys can see how you can use the formulas to extract the data, manipulate the data how you want to see it. And if you're not getting it exactly right, you can troubleshoot it a little bit. And so I think that's covered. And so now we have the categories, we have the names clean, and I'm going to show you how to use their AI agent to find the LinkedIn profiles of these companies. And so we're going to use AI, or let's just go to add enrichment, and we'll do Clayagent. And then we're going to use their help me function, and we're going to say find the LinkedIn company profile of the company. I didn't update the field name here, so I'm just going to say in number removal field by doing a Google search, and it's going to give me the prompt. Company name, so it's going to do a Google search for each row. That's Google's the company name and LinkedIn. Identify the LinkedIn company page. Yeah, perfect. Let's see how we do here. And in the past, I've always used sort of the cheaper option. I think when you're doing Google searches and things with multiple steps like this, it might be better to use one of their models, one of their more advanced models. So I'm going to go with the Argonne model here. And I'm just going to do save and don't run and just run these individually. And so we can kind of see what the output is here. All right, of course, the first one we try, not ChatGPT. This one might be a little too easy. Let's try one more down here. Could be something with the prompt, but I haven't really taken a close look at these companies. Sometimes maybe the company is just very small, they don't have one, or it's just not coming up on the Google search result quickly. And I think the other thing here too is we need to be a little more specific that we want the URL. And we're going to go to define outputs. And we'll keep that. And actually, we want the URL. And we want to update this, notify the page. And we're going to say return only the URL of the LinkedIn company page. And we'll do save, don't run. And let's try rerunning these again. We'll do this one, and we'll do this one. All right, so we found one here. So we have the Skyburn one. And so in cases like this where maybe we're not getting all the results that we want, we could try it a different way. We could look for the company domain, or we could sort of experiment with the prompt a little bit. But once we have let's call this LinkedIn URL, then we can use that to find people at those companies, founders, marketers, revenue leaders. So if you're looking to reach out to people on Product Hunt, you first find these LinkedIn profiles. Then if we go to add enrichment, we are going to use Claygen again. And then we want to look at the company name clean and find the company domain. And we'll accept the prompt. And then another helpful feature that they have is you can select when you want it to run. So, for example, in these first two where we couldn't find the LinkedIn profile, we want the domain for that one, but we don't want it for this one where we already have it, for example. And so we can say only run if we got to go into this use AI. We can do I want the column to run if, and then we'll look at what we have here, if company profile not found. So we're going to use this if that column says company profile not found. And so we are going to generate formula. And so here it's showing us it'll run for this one and this one, but not this one because it found the company profile. And so we're going to say, okay, output is correct. And save this. And let's see how it does here. Now we have the company domain. So again, we could run this one first, and then anything where we don't get the LinkedIn URL, then we can have it run this one. And so we can get all the LinkedIn company profiles or the company domains. And then once we have that, if you saw in the previous tutorial, it's very easy to just go to actions and find people at these companies and use that as the input. So I hope you found this useful. Just a quick summary on everything that we learned here. So we learned how to create a recipe with using the Clay Chrome extension. And then we scraped the data from the website, did a one-click import into our Clay table, and then we learned how to use the formulas to do formatting, extract text, and then we used Clayagent to do some web searches to find their LinkedIn profile. And then if you can't find the LinkedIn profile, we looked for the company domain. And so I hope you found this valuable. Definitely let me know if you have any questions or what you think in the comments. Thanks. Hey, thanks for watching that video. I hope you found it useful. If you want to learn more about AI tools, AI workflows, AI agents, AI news, I run a newsletter called Go to Market with AI that has over 10,000 subscribers, and I encourage you to check it out. I'll put the link below. Thanks.